ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe. It's so cute. All right.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another SH Figuarts action figure review on the Bandai Tamashii Nation Thor Ragnarok's Gladiator Hulk. If you're trying to pick this up, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Pretty interesting packaging over here. There's no window to see the figure at all. You know, I'm used to being able to see the figure with the SH Figuarts. Anyway, we get a nice image of Gladiator Hulk over there. We get some more product shots. It says movie authentic detailing, posable option parts, and then you have him holding his axe upside down. And then we get another image of Gladiator Hulk over there. It says Thor Ragnarok at the top, and not much more at the bottom except for Hulk. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the Gladiator Hulk figure out of the packaging. And this figure looks really cool. I do like a lot of things about the aesthetics of this figure. I like the articulation a lot too. It's an SH Figuarts figure, you know, and it's going to impress me with the articulation. I knew it was going to do that. Well, there have been times where SH Figuarts have disappointed me, but not with this one as far as the articulation goes. There are some things about the design choices that I'm not really happy with, so I'm going to get into that. But first, let's get a closer look at the accessories. So here's all the accessories that we get with the Gladiator Hulk. We also get some instructions right here, which are pretty good. I like that. Nothing on the back right there. But you can see that we get 3 pairs of interchangeable hands. We get the fisted hands, we get the weapon holding hands, and then we get these wide open hands. I am not really happy with these hands, and it's just because these fingers look way too much like my hands. I have pretty skinny looking fingers, and the Hulk does not, but however, he does have a figure with these long fingers right here, and I'm just not liking that. I mean, these look like piano hands to me. You know, the Hulk is supposed to have like these big old sausage fingers, but no, these are, you know, the daintier type of hands, more for action figure reviews, and yeah, that's not appropriate for the Hulk. I do like that they did paint the fingernails a little bit darker, so that's pretty neat. And then looking at one of the fisted hands over here, you know, looks pretty good. I like the gunmetal that we're seeing right here. That looks pretty nice, but yeah, you can even see on the weapon holding hands, yeah, he has the skinny fingers and a little bit of extra brown right there on that fingernail. We also get these supports for the hands, so that if the weapons are too heavy, you can go ahead and plug these in, and they're specific to each side, so it has a little R, you know, for the right side, so you know which side to put it on. Just to demonstrate how these little hand support pieces work, you can see the little L right there, and we do get this hinge right here above the wrist as well, and then you can just go ahead and plop on one of the wrists, so it feels like it hinders the articulation a little bit, but it does help support the weight of the weapon in the hand. And then looking at the hammer that comes with the figure, I really like the sculpt of it. I like that it's hollow. It's still a bit on the heavy side though. You know, it's not as light as, say, the Marvel Select one. So I do feel, well, they may be more or less the same weight, but they're also, this is actually a little bit bigger than the one that came with the Marvel Select. This is the Marvel Select right here, and here's the Ultra Bendy Marvel Legend one. So there's your comparison for the 3 hammers. I really think that the paint came out best on the Select. I don't know, maybe a little bit too much of the wash right there on the Marvel Legend. Absolutely no wash on the SH Figuarts at all, so it did need some paint. This really did need some paint. As you can see in this image right here, there's clearly some, you know, some heavy wear on those weapons of his. So we get some nice gashes in here, you know, and I love the chromy, shiny, silver, you know, colored things and all that, but yeah, just not for these weapons. They need more grime on them. But the sculpted detail is nice, and this one actually has a little bit of dirt right there, you know, just a little bit, it looks like. I don't know, just could be wishful thinking though. Nah, a little bit, tiniest bit of a wash on this side too. Very, very subtle, but yeah, they needed to add way more dirt to the paint of these, you know. There's just not enough dirt paint. But I do like the weapons, and they're easy to get him to hold these. Unlike the Marvel Select, it's pretty tricky. You know, just slides right through the hand very easily, like so. See on this one right here, just rip, very easy to do, and he holds them securely too, so I do like that. Yeah, this Marvel Select one right here has gotten a bit chewed up at the bottom, and again we get the ultra bendy one. Ah, it's so frustrating. So aside from the interchangeable hands and weapons, we do get interchangeable faces, and I do like the faces for the most part. I think that looks pretty good. I did notice that his eyes are looking off just slightly to the left, which I think is kind of neat. I dig that. I don't like that his eyes are brown though. I think he should have green colored eyes. You can see he does have brown eyes. Nice texturing around the chin and above the mouth, so I do like that. The deco for the paint looks really clean. I like how the helmet came out, even though I think it does need a bit of that brown wash, but still, I mean, I really love all the little gashes and nicks that we're seeing throughout on the helmet right there. That looks really cool. I'm really digging that. I really like that gunmetal color. Mohawk looks really great. The frill for the helmet, you know, that's pretty sweet. Nice fade right over there. Pretty cool. And then swapping out the faces is easy. You just pop off this front part of the helmet and then remove the face and then place the face and then reattach the helmet. You can see this nice fade right over here on the side with the green. I really like that a lot. There's also a very nice texturing to his skin throughout on the figure too. That makes me really happy. But yeah, you get an angrier Hulk right there. I don't know how much I like that, you know. It's not my favorite face sculpt for the Hulk. There's something about the teeth that's throwing me off. I can't really tell you exactly what bothers me about it. I don't feel like I have a strong, legitimate argument against this face sculpt. It's just that there's something comical about those teeth. I guess, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, but there's something just a little funny about it. But yeah, to be honest with you, out of the two face sculpts, I actually do prefer this one. I like having the angry Hulk. So I wish we had an open mouth yelling Hulk. That would have been really cool. But anyway, looking at the rest of this figure, I do like it. I love this metallic blue that we're seeing right over here for his armor. Looks really good with all the detailed gashes and nicks in there. I'm very pleased with how the articulation works on this too. The back looks really good. You can see the little tiny little bumps right there in the skin. Great texturing throughout. I love the level of detail on this figure. It looks really, really good. Shoulders look really nice. You always want to be sure to, or I always try to make sure to pull out these shoulder joints right here because it really makes the figure look a lot bigger, and it could look a lot smaller if you have those all the way in there. So yeah, you want to make sure that you have those joints out there as much as possible for the most part. Anyway, I like big bulky Hulk, so you know, but of course you can push him in. Nice fade right there with the green. I really dig that a lot. You can really see the skin now that I've darkened things up. Oh, that looks awesome. I really dig that, man. And the straps over here, all these tiny little silver bits painted very well. The white deco looks really clean. You know, maybe a little bit too clean. It could be a little bit messier, I guess. I don't know. There should be some mess, you know, with this guy. Nice veins popping out over there. I guess it's like a little too smooth in those joints. I would like some texturing in those joints, but I love how that green fade works. A little extra brown right there. So yeah, man, I love that gunmetal. Looks really good. Yeah, the lower abs right there. The lower abs, it's just abs. But anyway, looking at the skirt piece, looks pretty nice. You know, again, these little details right here look very clean. I like the texturing for his loincloth and stuff. You know, we got some Hulk butt. He has a very flat butt. Oh, poor Hulk. And then on the side, you can see he's got these big old meaty thighs. Man, I love that texturing. It reminds me of rhino hide or something. Very cool. All the paint apps are very clean right here. I don't know. For some reason, I just assume this is really hard to produce, or at least mass produce anyway, getting all the clean paint worked right through it. Making sure that the paint apps are all nice and clean with the sculpt. I really appreciate that level of detail. That looks awesome. And then we get the Hulk toes, and these Hulk toes look pretty good. You know, not too bad. Yeah, a little bit of clean going on right over here. I wish to see some nicks and gashes in the toes, you know. It did look like he just got a pedicure done, so you know, these are a little bit too clean for my liking. I like my Hulk toes all nasty with dirt on them and stuff like that. That would be great. And then the bottom of the shoes right here, or the chunkless, are very flat. No texturing or anything right there. Another thing that kind of bothers me with the figure is I really feel like his upper body should be bigger. I do have these shoulder joints, you know, pull it out over here and everything. And I don't know. I still think he should be a little bit more top heavy. But anyway, onto the articulation, which I really do like. He does have a little hinge right over here on the back of his helmet. So that does help his head move up that far. He also has a neck joint in there, so he can look up that much. You can also get him looking down very far. That's pretty cool. You also get side-to-side motion, and you do get a lot of head pivoting. Of course, this whole shoulder blade piece has this hinge right here, which is awesome, so you can move that out of the way. You could also turn it side to side. We do get those shoulder joints right there that recess into the upper torso, which is very cool. I dig that. You could also move those forward and back, so that's really neat. You get that butterfly joint action moving forward. That's very, very helpful for posing. You get these ball jointed shoulders right here, so you can move the arms all the way outward. They will move down. You could rotate forward, rotate back, and you can shift within that joint too, which is pretty neat. You get a single jointed elbow, no rotation at the elbow at all, no bicep swivel either. And then you get rotation on the hands, and they hinge up and down and around. They have ball joints right there. We get the diaphragm joint that churns side to side, just that much. You get some good diaphragm pivoting. Crunches forward, crunches back just a little bit. We also get some waist articulation where you can churn side to side. Just a little bit of waist pivoting, and it crunches forward at the waist and back at the waist. So all together, he'll crunch forward that much, and all together, he'll just crunch back that far. He also has these hip joints that allow him to move his legs all the way outward, so he can do the splits, which is great. And you don't even have to shift them up and down or anything. That's pretty cool. He'll kick forward just that much and back. He has upper thigh rotation in there, double jointed knees, and then he also has the ankles that move down just a little bit. They move up. You can rotate them side to side. He does have ankle pivot and toe articulation. Now, to measure out the height of this SH Figuarts Gladiator Hulk figure, you can see that he's standing all the way up at about 9 inches tall to the very top of that mohawk over there. I guess to the top of the helmet, it's closer to 8.5 inches tall. Then for your Gladiator Hulk comparison, you can see the SH Figuarts Hulk next to the Marvel Legend Build-A-Figure Gladiator Hulk, and then we have the Marvel Select Gladiator Hulk over there. Thank you again, Russ. And this is pretty cool looking. It's just a little on the small side, especially the width of the upper torso. I just feel like, you know, I know the SH Figuarts are scaled down a little more so, which is fine. You know, I expect that. But as far as the bulk of the upper torso goes, I still think it's a little light. You know, he should be a bit bulkier up there. Then here's the Figuarts Gladiator Hulk next to the only other import Hulk figure that I have. We have the Figma Hulk right there. I did sell my original SH Figuarts Hulk figure, and yeah, I mean, you know, I like that it's much taller than the Figma right over there. I still really like that Hulk figure though. And then comparing this Hulk figure next to some Gladiator Thor figures, you can see the Marvel Legend version and the Marvel Select, and he doesn't really scale well with either of these two Thor figures. We just have to wait for the SH Figuarts smaller Gladiator Thor to come out. And then here's a Gladiator Hulk next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, I'm all green, you're all green, it's Memorial Day. Instead of fighting each other, let's take a moment of silence for the men and women in green that have lost their lives defending their country, huh? Okay, now. Once again, I'd like to thank you guys for watching my video. I really do appreciate it, especially when you guys watch the videos all the way from the beginning all the way to the end, and it really does help out this channel a lot when you guys hit that like button, leave your comments, and subscribe if you haven't already, as well as hit that notification bell. And this figure is cool. I do like this SH Figuarts Gladiator Hulk. I'm just a little bummed out about that upper torso just not being big enough. I feel like his legs might be a little bit too long too, and with the weapons too, I feel like we could have gotten a little bit more paint detail on those. So there's things I don't like about it, but I gotta say I have been having fun posing it around. If SH Figuarts is your favorite action figure line, then yeah, you're gonna be very pleased with this, especially because he'll fit into scale with a lot of other figures in your collection. I'll also be reviewing the Mezco 112 Collective Gladiator Hulk whenever that one comes out as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that review. I'm getting all the Gladiator Hulks, man. Anyway, if I'm gonna give this figure a rating, I will give it a Sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think. So once again, please leave a comment down in the comments section below. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images, you should be able to find it over at marvelousnews.com and ShartimusPrime.net. And I will catch you guys later, most likely Wednesday. All right, peace.
I'm gonna play with my toys today. Well, I don't care what my people say. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Can't have one, I gotta get them all. Time to make a trip to the local mall. Oh yeah!
That's crispy.
Hey, I'm ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face.